So I'm just looking at the fuel mixture, and down here we've got the running in oil. It's 25:1. Now I've got fuel mixing bits here which give you the 25, 32, 40, 50:1, but I want to use what comes with the engine, and this is what they give you, but it's got 35:1 printed on there, nothing else written on it. It's a 25:1 running in oil and then a 50:1 after that. Now what do? I'm going to use this because this is what they give you, and I'm going to do it as if I've got nothing else other than that and the engine. So I'm going to do 35:1. It's kind of in the middle of 25 and 50. Like, can't really go wrong as long as there's two-stroke in there. I don't think we can go too far wrong. So I'm going to fill this up, put some oil in there, and then I suppose mix it around a bit. It's not the greatest mixing jug, but it's what they give you, so that's what I'm going to use. Once it's full, put it in the tank and we're good to go. First pull, I reckon it'll start. So even better, the funnel they give you doesn't even fit in there. It fits in the fuel bit, not the oil bit, so we're going to have to take it nice and steady. So I'll get a rag, I'll put a rag down. So we've got our rag down. I've got a little bit of two-stroke oil here. And I'll fill that up. There's no mark or line, so I'm just going to take it up to sort of the top bit there. Just put it to that level there. Don't know if that's right or not. Like I say, I'm just using what they give you. So put that lid on there. Now I can take the fuel. This is just E10. Use the funnel that they give you. And we'll fill that up to, well, there's no mark. Of course, the funnels. I'll take the cap off the oil bit again. Hopefully it'll breathe a little bit better there. Let's try that again. That's better. So I'm not sure where to fill this to because there's no real fill mark, so I'm just going to fill it to about there. So as where it starts to turn on the moulding. Put that cap on there. We'll put that cap on there. And then I'm just going to sort of invert it a few times and see if it will mix. This isn't looking great. The lid's leaking. The oil's not really mixing. It's not a great mixing thing here. Let's have a look inside this lid. The O-ring's deformed. See if we can push it back in. So a little bit better. Still leaking. So give this a mix a few times. So what I'm thinking, this thing they give you, this mixing measuring device, terrible, not very good at all. It's tiny. There's no defined markings on it as to what you should be filling levels to. It says 35:1 with a 10 at the top. The book says 25 and 50, so it's not even like it's the 50:1. You have to guess the 25. This is not good. So where they gained points with the engine cosmetically and visually so far, they've lost it with this. But like I say, if you bought that engine, I guess if you've got a boat, you've got other things. So if you can afford a boat, you can afford to, well, buy that cheap engine. You can afford to buy a mixing bottle. Like I say, I've got this one here. I mean, this one didn't cost the world. It's cheap as well, but at least it gives you the markings and everything. we'll give that a mix a few times. So yeah, it looks fairly well mixed there. So what we'll do, we'll put the engine in the tank, we'll pour that in. I'll go ahead and I'll fill it up here, just save doing it out there. So put the funnel in. And pour this whole bottle in. There we go. Let's see how much that's done. Yeah, so not much in the tank there, but enough that the pickup's covered. So let's get this started. So it's in the tank. We open the breather on there. It's in neutral. Well, I assume it's neutral because it doesn't tell you, but the interlock isn't engaged, so we should be all right. I've got the kill cord on there. The fuel is set to on now, so that fuel should flow down here through the filter up to the fuel pump and then in. We'll probably have to give it a few pulls before it actually goes, so the fuel comes in, the pump pumps the fuel. So I'm not expecting it to start the first pull, but I'm expecting it to start reasonably easy. What else? Yeah, so the throttle down here, I've got that set to, we've got the tortoise and we've got the start position, so I'll set that to there. There's a little notch. Down here I've noticed we've got this tensioner here for the steering. Well, not on most engines for the steering. Doesn't matter how tight or how loose I do it, it makes no difference. So whether the brake band's been greased, who knows, or even if it has a brake band in there or not, a tensioning band, I don't know. I'm not particularly interested. It's not too loose, it's fine. Yeah, so I think I'll set the camera up and let's see if we can get this thing going. Okay, so I think we are ready. Say I've got the kill cord on there. I'll leave the choke in for now just to get the fuel through, and we're just going to give it a few pulls. Like I say, I'm not expecting it to start first time because there'll be no fuel in the float bowl or anything like that, but let's give it a few pulls, see what happens. So we're getting water out there. There's the telltale there somewhere. So yeah, not bad, the pump's working. That was the second pull. Put a bit of choke on now. Looks like it's two-stage choke. So we'll go for the first stage there. The throttle's still set on crank. Let's have a look. I can see fuel in the filter there. It must be coming in, so can't be far off. Feels good pulling it. It's not good compression there. Say it might take a while just to get that fuel in. Oh, nearly there, we're going. So I think on this next one we should be there, and then we can work the choke in. It is a really cold morning, so try the choke in now. So it does run. Yeah. Too bad there. Let's give it another pull. Like I say, I don't know if these need like the carbs adjusting or whether they're ready to go from factory, whether they've test run them. I honestly don't know. So it is running, but I think it is a really cold morning, so I'll put a little bit more throttle on there. a bit too much. Let's just set that back to idle. Bit choking a little bit. Even getting it warm through a little bit. That's not too bad. I mean, it's a little noisy, but it is a 2-stroke. With the lid on, maybe a little bit quieter. The water's coming out. There's quite a nice little stream there. Yeah, quite impressed with that. You hear the engine picking up now. It's getting a little bit warmer. Try the choke in now. So that's idle. A little bit faster my liking, but it is a cold morning, so I'll let it warm up first. We can adjust the idle speed with that screw there. That just allows the throttle plate to rise up so it closes. Give it a little flip of the throttle. Yeah, I don't think the car's set too well because the RPM's staying up. So the mixture might be a bit about rich lean. I'm not too sure on the what it's set to. But we just adjust it on that screw inside there. On the top. Overall impression, very good. It is running. I'll test the stop switch now. And it does stop, so at least that works. So yeah, I think I'll start it back up and then we'll test it in forward. See if that works. It should work all right. So let's get it fired back up. I'll click it into gear. Back into neutral. Internal tank, forward, neutral, reverse. Water's pumping quite nicely there, still cold, it's not going to be heat or anything. Get that smoky 2-stroke exhaust. The speed seems to be behaving itself a little bit more now. I think now the engine's warming up and fuel's flowing through the carburetor. I think I was just a bit too premature with my assumption there before. Yeah, I'll get the lid on now and we'll listen to it and see how loud it is with the lid on. So, see if we can stop it by pressing the button. I'll get the lid on and then we'll fire it back up and just see if it's a little bit more quiet, because it does sound quite nice actually. Got the lid on now. I mean, it just does look the part. Let's say it's if that said Mercury, you wouldn't know any different. Yeah, so far running it, can't really fault it. So you've got instructions there for starting it, cold start, hot start. The fuel indication on the side. I mean, so far, I'm going to be honest, so far, it's not bad. I was expecting almost a joke of an engine, as in you pull it and something snaps or it doesn't start or something leaks, something's missing. Alright, we've had that, the fuel mix and jug, that was a bit of a bit naff, but that's not part of the engine, that's just something to give you for free really. So with the lid on, let's give it another start and we'll see if it's any quieter with the lid on. So like you say, I've had it running there in the video. That's literally all I've had running. You saw me start it for the first time ever. So let's just give it a pull. And there we are. Coolant trail. So still really good, nice and cold. Like I said, there's no thermostat in there, and there's definitely no thermal switch for protection for overheat. That's just, they're talking rubbish on that one. But I mean, fairly smoky, but it's a Chinese two-stroke. What do you expect? I mean, bit of an exhaust hole there at the top of the water. So if it was sitting a bit deeper in the water, that might be mixed with water, a bit less obvious. But as saying, the oil mixture's not 50 to 1. It said 35 to 1. Who knows? It could be anything. So we'll stick it into gear now with the lid on. There, it's running smooth. Obviously I can't rub it too much in the tank, but that's sounding, you get it out of gear, got to do it with one hand. It's sounding really good. I'm not going to put it in reverse because I don't want the engine to lift up if it does and strike the barrel. I would do it if I had two hands free, but I'm holding the camera with the other one. So say my first impressions of this engine, for what it is, quite impressed. Out of 10, without being on a boat and just having it in the tank, it seems reliable. So it started, it hasn't missed a beat. I mean, alright, yeah, I've only had it running for probably 5 minutes, but I give it, I don't know, 8 out of 10. The build quality, 8 out of 10. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a warranty with this. Like, I think if I have a problem, I think it's going to be radio silence from Hangkai. I might be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be the same as a main manufacturer. So yeah, I mean, 6 horsepower. I don't know if it's 6 horsepower or not. It may well be 4, maybe it'll be 5. Who knows? I don't really care. It looks good. Can't wait to get it out on the boat. Probably wait till the weather gets a bit better. It's really cold. It's the winter now. But for a portable little engine, 2-stroke, 6 horsepower, the weight, fantastic. Pick it up, no problem. So yeah, if you were looking for a cheap, reliable little engine, I would say go for it. If you can get it for the price I got it for, less than 350 quid, you're onto a winner. It's brand new. You're not, you can pick second-hand 4-strokes up for 400 or 500 quid, but they're second-hand and sometimes they haven't been looked after. But this fantastic little engine, I would say, don't knock it till you've tried it. I wasn't convinced when I saw it. I thought, what a joke. Hangkai, never heard of it. I've seen a few other videos online. Yeah, I'd say give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? You send it back. I mean, I got it off Amazon. I'm assuming you can do a return. I don't know after I've used it, like, but yeah, so far I'm fairly impressed with it. I wouldn't say I'm blown away by it, but it's certainly quite impressive. So hope you've enjoyed that little video there of me getting it ready to run. I mean, not too much to show you there, but yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.